What we're doing is building a bespoke system from scratch to manage applications and contracts in the Civil Chef and Go Getter brand. When you're designing and building a piece of software, there's lots of moving parts because we're working in the agile method. So we have a strong IT team. We've got a broad range of technical skills, but what we don't have is the real detail between test and test management and test strategy. We needed help, and we needed help like yesterday. We had no budget, no lead-in time. We needed some real serious support in the sort of testing and strategy and planning phase to keep the project on time and on track. We had used TestPoint in a previous project, so I just leveraged off existing knowledge and re-engaged them for this project. What TestPoint have brought to me is a clear, defined testing plan under a clear, defined strategy, right down to the UAT and the end user. We were given a really good consultant who took time, made some recommendations, listened to the requirements that we wanted, and has really opened our eyes up to best practice, iteration builds, how we construct it, how we hold the vendor accountable to their defects and the defect management. There is very rarely somebody in an IT team that does testing day in, day out, works out the strategy, works out the plan, coordinates all the end users, works well with our culture, fits in, understands our business. It's made it really enjoyable and engaging for the end users as part of the testing. Worked really hard to get the test cases up. So it's a really collaborative relationship, and I don't see TestPoint as a client-vendor relationship. I see us collaborating to meet the same objective, which is to have a fit-for-purpose, fully tested piece of software. Anybody can put 5 test cases in a spreadsheet and go, I've completed testing. That's not what TestPoint do. They come in and say, you need to do performance testing, you need to do environment testing, you need to do disaster recovery, what is your rollback plan? They bring that sort of next level of, have you thought about this? They add a lot more value. They make you consider things that you potentially have not considered before. That is critical. You need that skill set. That's what TestPoint bring, is that extra piece of thought processing. The initial consultant introduced us to Vansa, the software that TestPoint provided free of charge, and gave us a sort of good look and feel around what it can do and how it could manage our sort of testing requirements. And as a project manager, it was really critical for me that I understood the progress in the testing and could report back to the steering committee. So it has dashboards, it has nice graphs and charts, it has a lot of functionality, collates the information and puts it in a format that I, as a project manager, can easily identify what my time and cost impact is as a result of that testing, what we need to retest, what defects we need to manage. It has iteration builds, you can configure it any way you like. Revolutionised how we think about testing. I have clear and transparent progress on testing, and I'm confident that I'm testing every single capability, function, performance in the software before I, as a project manager, sign that document to say to the steering committee that this piece of software is fit for purpose. And if TestPoint tester UAT tells me that it's past UAT, I'm confident I can sign that off onto the next level and potentially go live with that system.